Lads, welcome to a brand new video. I am Ingood Nick, and it's that time of the week where I whip my cards out, I put them into a formation, and then I move them around a little bit.
If you don't have a song, you may as well not go to the pub at all.
Lads.
Watch this.
So we're on to Chelsea, and after that Leicester defeat, I think Wilder's going to want to show up shop and try and come away with a point. And 4 points out of 9 is not bad at all, but I was very disappointed coming away from that Leicester game because I think we probably deserved a point. And looking how we started the season and looking at that Chelsea side, I know we're away from home, but they are not the Chelsea that they used to be. Very young and inexperienced, and an inexperienced manager as well, so anything is possible. But before I whip my cards out, that sounds so weird. But before I whip my cards out, I'm going to show you the team that I think Chelsea are going to play. So I think they're going to start with obviously the same keeper and probably the same defence. So they've got Kepa in goal, they've got Emerson at left back, they've got Zuma and Christiansen at centre back, and Azpilicueta at right back. The thing is with that Chelsea defence, they've got Rudiger to come back into that team, and I'm not sure if he's fit just quite yet, but if he is, that's a bad thing for us. It's also a big possibility that Kante will be back for this game. However, I don't think they'll risk him for a game that they probably feel they can win without him. So I think they're going to play the same midfield as they did against Norwich. They beat Norwich away, so they probably feel like they can probably beat us at home. So they'll probably drop Mason Mount into central midfield along with Kovacic and Jorginho. And then in attack, I think they will go with the same three again. Actually, that's the full team. That's the same team as against Norwich, which Tammy Abraham will be leading the line. In my opinion, he's got to lead the line because I think they'll use Giroud sparingly this season, probably for their big games where they need someone big and physical up top. So I think Tammy Abraham will probably start again. Obviously, he scored against Norwich as well, so he's going to be full of confidence. And then probably Pulisic and maybe Pedro. If not Pedro, they'll probably push Mason Mount forward and maybe Kante will come in, or Ross Barkley will come in, someone like that. So that's the team that I think Chelsea are going to play. But they've obviously got, coming off the bench, Willian, they may have Pedro, they may have Pulisic. They've got a lot of talent on that bench. But let's get into the cards part of the video that you guys love. So I'll show you the formation I think we're going to play, which, spoiler alert, is quite different to what we usually play. It's very similar. And I'll show you the team that I think he's going to pick. Again, I think in this game he will change it. I don't think it will be the same team as last week. Obviously, we've got Chelsea. It's a different mindset that we've got to go into this game. So yeah, hope you enjoy the cards. Right, so here is the team that we used last week. Obviously, Callum Robinson and David McGoldrick both came off at half time, which obviously gave Ollie McBurney and Billy Sharp time to shine. And I think they did, I really do. I don't think Billy Sharp had that much influence on the game. Obviously, Ollie McBurney got the goal, and I do think he kind of linked up play quite well. Picked it up, dropped it off to the wing, and obviously got himself into the box, which he did for the goal. So really, where do I think it's going to change? I think it will change up top, and this is going to be a difficult one because obviously we're playing Chelsea away, and it's not like playing Chelsea of the old days. They are a young side, they've got an inexperienced manager, obviously a lot of inexperienced players, and I do think they will kind of expect, well, not quite expect what we are all about, and I think they will go for quite a young side, as you've just seen. So, how I think we will line up for this game, even though Chelsea aren't the Chelsea of, well, years ago, I do think that we're going to go really defensive in this game. So, I think Ollie McBurney is deserved of a start. I do think that the reason why he brought him off in the Blackburn game was so he wasn't absolutely knackered for this game. I think the only reason why he started him was because he wanted to give him a bit more game time. Maybe expected him to score against Blackburn and get himself, obviously, another goal, bit more confidence. But I do think he will lead the line in this game. So what does that mean? I feel like John Lundstrom's going to sit back more. I feel like Ollie Norwood's going to sit back more. And it's whether he goes with Mo Besic in here and then has either Luke Freeman or David McGoldrick in here to kind of link the play up to try and help out Ollie McBurney. It's a really difficult one, it really is, because we're obviously going to go in defensive because we're playing possibly one of the top 6. So obviously if this is what he plays and he has kind of maybe Ollie and Mo Besic and then maybe Johnny Lundstrom just kind of in front, then Baldock can get down, Ender can get down. We've got 3 centre-backs to watch their players. We've also got 2 defensive midfielders that will protect those back 3. And the thing is, as we saw from the first goal against Leicester, when Basham came into kind of midfield and lost the ball, Jack O'Connell was up here, Baldock was up here. It just left John Egan all on his own. So I think we'll kind of take that as a lesson learned, and I think that in this game, I'm not sure if Bash and O'Connell will get that high up in this game. So he's either going to go for a flat, well, he's definitely going to go for a flat 3. In my opinion, I think that Luke Freeman was good in the last game. It just didn't nothing really came off for him, I don't think. I think he just got really unlucky. Everything he did kind of fell over the ball or didn't, the final ball just wasn't right. So, like I say, it's going to be a tough one. I think this is definitely a possibility with Besic showing, well, Besic played really well against Blackburn, but so did Ravel Morrison, and that also could be something that Wilder wants to look at, because Ravel Morrison is not this player. He's not this player just behind the striker, like your Duffys or your Luke Freemans. He's more of he's not a defensive midfielder, but he's more of a central midfielder that likes to pick the ball up and run with it. He's not one of these types of players that just sits in behind the striker. So it could easily be kind of this, or even this, or maybe even this. Because Callum Robinson, we all know Callum Robinson is not really an out-and-out striker. For Preston, he played a lot of football on the wing and as an attacking midfielder. He also played up top, don't get me wrong, and that's what he's been playing for us. But, yeah, he could slot into that role. So, but I do think Ollie McBurney is going to start, and if he doesn't start, I will be very disappointed. Because McBurney showed a lot of quality when he came on, showed a lot of fight, a lot of grit. So I would like to see that, but if I'm going to put it out there as what I think Wilder will do, I do think it will be, I don't even know, maybe this. I just don't know, guys. This has got me stumped, this one. It really has. All the other ones I've been really close on. This one, I've got no idea. He might just go with the same side again. You don't know, but I don't think it worked in the last game. And we're playing another really, really good team. So I am expecting Ollie McBurney to start up top, to battle with because let's be fair, their defence has not had it all their own way. They got battered 4-0 against Man United. They struggled against Leicester. They only just beat Norwich. So what does that say? I've not even got a player on the pitch. I don't even know what to go for. I'm going to go for that. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to go for that. So we'll go for that. We'll see. It could even be that. You never know. And we could just sit these 3 really deep. So yeah, I'm going to go for that. I really am. I've changed my mind about 4 or 5 times. This is not, before I start this video, this was not the team that I was going to show you. So let me talk about Chelsea. So, like I said, they're a young team. They've got an inexperienced manager. Don't get me wrong, Frank Lampard has shown a lot of quality for Derby, and a lot of resolve, and kind of he hasn't got too hot-headed. He's very level-headed. So, but saying all that, I do think that they are really vulnerable at the back, because Emerson flies forward at left back. He's probably had more shots on target than half of the Chelsea team put together. So Emerson is going to be flying forward into this area, which will stop Bash from going forward, in my opinion, but it won't stop George. George will sit back and defend, but when he gets a chance, he will get up there and he will get some balls into the box, because Emerson will leave a gap here, guaranteed. Aspi on the right hand side, maybe not as much, so Ender might have to do quite a bit of defending. I don't think Aspi's going to fly forward, like I say, but we may get some joy. The only issue is, depending on who he plays, because obviously he could play Pedro, he could play Pulisic, he could play Willian. There's lots and lots of players. He could play Mason Mount in a more advanced role. All these players can cause us a lot of problems. I'm not saying they are kind of Hazard and you know, those types of players, but they all can hurt you. Pulisic, great young player. Mason Mount, obviously shown it this season. I didn't rate him too much last season. I thought he was good for Derby, but I never thought he'd come in and do as well as what he has. So, depending if Kante plays, which I don't think he will, I don't think they'll risk him for a game like this. I think they're going to take us lightly. I really do think that. And now they've got that first win, they'll have a lot more confidence. They won't be as cagey. So I think if we can sit back, absorb a lot of their attacks, and then possibly get them on the break, or you know, an Ollie McBurney header from a corner or something like that. It is possible. It's going to be difficult. It really is. Like we nearly got something out of that Leicester game, and I'm really disappointed that we didn't. So that just shows that we can we can get something from any team. Maybe not Man City or Liverpool, but all the other teams are definitely beatable. Look at Chelsea. Chelsea's been beaten quite convincingly by Man United. Norwich nearly got some luck out of them. We nearly did a job on Leicester. Palace beat Man United. Everyone's beating everyone this season, so it's going to be really tight. But I would like to see us try and not concede for at least the first half, if not the first 60 minutes, and then have a go at them. Because we could possibly get a point, if not 3. So fingers crossed. The only other thing what I was going to say, I know Basha made one mistake, and I know it's only one mistake, but we are playing Chelsea. He's made a mistake in the last game where, and he won't make that mistake again. I said to myself that if he had that chance another 9 times, he wouldn't have done what he did. It got it clear, or made the pass a lot earlier. But it is highly possible that he may drop Bash and put Jags in for this game. I'm not too sure. Jags did play against Blackburn, so I don't think that is going to happen. But it is a possibility. It really is. He's got a lot of experience in these types of games. So we'll just see. This is, like I said, this is the team that I think is going to play. We need to be very compact, like we were against Palace. I do think against Leicester, after the Palace game, we were like, we don't need to be as compact. We breezed through against Palace, but Leicester and Chelsea are different gravy. I know Palace beat Man United, but yeah, they're not great. They're really not. So yeah, if Kante plays, obviously he's going to be breaking stuff up in here. He's going to be stopping kind of Lundstrom getting forward. He's going to stop Freeman getting forward. He's going to stop this kind of attacking threat, which is, I hope he doesn't play. He's a great player, Kante. I really like him. The other thing is Christensen and Zuma, not 2 of the most competent of central defenders, but Rudiger it's a possibility that Rudiger could be back. So that would be a shame if he came in, because Rudiger is definitely more solid than at least Zuma, if not Christensen as well. Kovacic as well, he's been having an excellent season up to now. So if Kante does come in, it's probably going to be for Kovacic, which it's probably not the end of the world, because obviously Kovacic having a really good start to the season. So we'll just have to see. They've got one of the best goalkeepers in the world as well. It's a funny one. It's a really weird team that Chelsea's got. Not seen Chelsea this under strength in such a long time. So yeah, guys, your guess is as good as mine. Chelsea will probably have 70% of the possession, I would have thought. Mason Mount, Jorginho, Kovacic. Yeah, they're going to obviously be passing it around for fun. I do think Tammy Abraham will start. Again, because I think they won't expect us to... I think they'll not expect as much from us. If it was a bigger game, I think they'd probably play Giroud. But Giroud will come on as a sub if they're struggling for a goal. So yeah, fingers crossed. What I think this game is going to be, I think we're going to struggle. So I'm hoping for a 0-0, hoping for a 1-1, like I said, against Leicester. But it's possible. It's possible to get something out of this game. Young side, they're not experienced enough. They're really not. So like I say, fingers crossed. Let's hope we can keep them back for kind of 60 minutes, and let's just have a go at them. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and if my content is something that you might like to see more of in the future, hit the subscribe button with notifications turned on. Oh yeah, and stay good, Nick.